はじめまして、マイクです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。안녕하세요. 마이크입니다. 반갑습니다. I mean, I could only say like 你好 at that time and
Very basic. Right?
我要苹果 which is like I want apple. Why would I want an apple on set? I had to prove it to them that they don't need to be worried about me. We work every day, 7 days a week.
Wearing black, you got the look. All right, Jeff Setter.
Burn him.
That is too quick.
The kind of vampire that would probably send me memes all the time.
Wait a minute. Like meme sending vampire? Come on, you have to burn someone. This is Community Featuring. My name is Vic and welcome to the show. So I grew up with all the Chinese entertainment influence. It's 40 and 50 years ago, you know? It's like, so you name it. เจ้าพ่อเซี่ยงไฮ้กระบี่ไร้ทิมทาน I probably watched them all. And then came the era of Japanese, like Japanese series, J-idols, and then the K-dramas and K-idols. But you know what? During all those times, the Chinese stars or Chinese series have never been completely gone out of the picture. So they got here first and never left. But you know what? Actually, it's very, very rare for Thai stars or Thai idols to even got a little break in China because China is really tough market. So it's really hard to get any break or opportunities in. But not that we have never had anybody doing that before. So today we are very lucky to have a chance to talk to someone who has made it in China. So let's go and say hi to him. สวัสดีครับ Mike Angelo.
Hi. Nice to finally meet you, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Been seeing you around.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Same here, actually, because we have been following your career. Actually, since your Idols Day, when you're very young and just started off.
I'm still young.
You're still young, of course. You're forever young, actually. Yeah.
Because what? I'm a vampire.
Yes, exactly. So today we're gonna get to know a little bit or a lot more about Mike the vampire, not just Mike that we have already known before. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so wearing black, you got the look.
Well, I always wear black. Like 99.9% of my closet are all black color.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just literally me. Me too.
Did you too?
Because we don't have to think about what color to wear today, right? We can just grab anything from our closet and then we're ready to go.
That's what I did this morning. I woke up late. Sorry to say this, but yeah, I woke up late. Yeah, I slept at like 5 in the morning yesterday and I woke up and I was like, what is going on? What is happening? Oh, I had to go do makeup and like, so I just like opened my closet and just, I could close my eye and just like pick a jacket and yeah, that's what I got.
It's very convenient.
Very convenient,
you've
right?
Got a very great look.
Thank you. Yeah. You too.
Thank you. So
I mean,
we have talked before and I'm glad to know that we are kind of on the same wavelength.
Oh yeah,
somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That, we like it dark, cold and silence.
Yeah,
with
the rain sound.
Yes, of course.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Literally a vampire. So
wait, you're a vampire too?
I think so. Maybe I don't have the look, but yeah.
No, it's not about the look.
Vampire is from the inside. It's not about the look.
The vampire is from the inside and how you live your life.
Well, if you have been following his career, we all know that being Mike and doing what he does, never easy. So you always have to prove yourself. You're always trying to do new things and reinventing yourself and going all over the place in the country, outside of the country. So let's go back to the first time that you think China might be where you want to go and seek opportunities. When was that?
I think it was in 2000 something. I don't really remember. About 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. I decided to go to China. It's just like basically just a new chapter in my life, you know. I read a book and like chapter 1 is I finished chapter 1
Yeah.
Then I turned to chapter 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go to China because I don't like staying in one place. I mean, as in career-wise, at some point in your life when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, as in like acting, and you feel like you're stuck. There's a ceiling, and then you feel like you're stuck, and you start asking questions like, "What's next?" Okay, I got famous, and then what's next?
Yeah.
Keep doing the same thing, just keep acting. Is that what I really want? And so, life, destiny, or whatever it is, it has already been written there. And so sometimes, opportunities, it just comes, and it's up to you to decide like whether you're gonna grab that opportunity or not. So I did grab the opportunity, and that's the first time I went to China, which of course is a risk because I have to throw everything away. I have to put everything away in Thailand and go there.
Yeah.
It's a risk for me. I actually rejected a lot of jobs that came in during the time. But I guess that was the best decision in my life. The first series was like, you mentioned about it, like, this Chinese dramas, like, all those, what is Guzhuang? Guzhuang is ancient Chinese drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first series in China that I did.
Right.
Yeah. It's called The Monster Killer.
The Monster Killer. Yeah.
First time ever I get to dress like that because me and you, we kind of grew up with like the Chinese ancient drama too as well.
Something that we saw on TV before, and then you get to dress up like that.
Yes, then I had
and be a part
the chance to be a part of it. So it was something very interesting.
Yeah. How excited were you at the time?
Very excited.
Yeah.
Because everything was new. Like it felt like when I was a kid, and then I had to move to Australia, and I was a new kid in school. That kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of feeling could be very tough, but it's not always bad, right? Because it kind of drives you to do more or do better.
Yeah, there's always two sides to everything. Like, okay, the work is tough, but the fun is real. So, it's tough because I cannot speak Chinese.
I was about to ask.
I couldn't speak
first,
Chinese back in the days.
Did you take lessons before you go there?
No, I did not.
Nothing.
My life is always like this. Even like before when I was working in Japan too as well. They give me like 2 days heads up. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm going to Japan? What? I don't even speak Japanese, and they let me sing in Japanese, So in my life, it's always like that. And
So tell us at that time, what was the gig?
Oh, in Japan? I had to go for this, I had to work with Johnny's Jr., which is really big in Japan.
Yeah.
And that time, I think that was when I met with Yamapi. Yeah, and we stayed friends until now. Imagine that. It's been like 15 years.
And Yamapi is huge.
Yes, he
really
is huge,
back then,
huge.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just met him, by the way.
Really?
I just got back from Japan, I think last month. I don't remember. I travel a lot. But yeah, I just met him, and we hang out, went for drinks and
Wow.
had a lot of talk.
So good.
Yeah.
Very regional.
People always ask me all the time, are you in Thailand now? That's the question.
Yeah, where is Mike now?
I get a lot of questions like that, are you in Thailand? Oh, we thought you were in China. I'm like, no, I have been back to Thailand for like 2 years already.
But still, you have to fly around, fly back and forth sometimes.
Sometimes,
for work.
just sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm based in Thailand.
So going to China, I'm pretty sure that you was definitely told that China is really hard, and I'm not sure that
no one told me about
that
it.
kind of warning.
No one told me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of learned it by yourself, learned it
Yeah.
on the job that this is so hard.
Yeah, no one told me about it.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be hard. They're just like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay.
Well, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yes, but the work is tough because the language. But I mean, I could only say like 你好 at that time and
Very basic, right?
我要苹果, which is like I want apple. Why would I want an apple on set? You know, like
Right.
Yeah.
But that's all you knew.
that's
at
all
the
I knew.
time.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I'm hungry. I was just like 我要苹果. Very funny. Yeah. And 谢谢, of course. Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
So it was for fun. It was going to be fun. That's what you were told, and so that way, I guess it could be good because there's no huge pressure on you,
Yeah.
or was there?
Well, actually, yes, there is because you know everyone is Chinese and they speak Chinese. They speak the language. So basically, I'm like the new student who doesn't speak their language, and I'm just on set. So I could feel the pressure and like everybody was worried about me, and so I had to prove it to them that they don't need to be worried about me. So I did a lot of homework on my script. And if you see my script, it's like, it seems like a thesis, you know, like, you know, when Thai people do.
So you
like,
have to study so hard.
Study so hard. So they're like full of highlighters, full of
Yeah.
like notes. I take a lot of notes, highlighters and everything, you know. Do you know that in China, they do dubbing?
Yeah.
Even though the person is Chinese themselves,
Right.
they still do the dubbing.
Yeah.
Because they have many accents.
Right.
From each province, each like it depends on where they came from.
Yeah. So many
So
dialects.
they had to find like
That is standard accent.
the standard accent. Yes.
I see.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the thing is, they told me you can just like speak in Thai.
Because
I
they're
was
gonna
like-
dub you anyway.
They're gonna dub me anyways.
Right.
And I was asking like, what about the lips? Like
Yeah.
you know, they say like it's okay. It's gonna be fine. And I'm like,
And the fans will understand.
nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't like doing easy stuff because you can never improve in the comfort zone. That's the thing. If you feel comfortable, then that's something easy.
Yeah.
And easy never improves you.
Yeah.
So I decided to go for the hard way. I told them I'm going to speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And I just memorize them. I just write it in karaoke. And I just memorize all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means you having to put in a lot more extra work than other guys.
A lot more extra work. Yes, absolutely. But at least I learned something along the process of, you know, shooting. Instead of just like shooting the series, I get to learn Chinese too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You had done the acting work in Thailand before, and besides learning the language, you learn how the Chinese are working too, and how are those different from your point of view and from your experience. Is it a lot tougher, or is it a lot more chill?
Well, there are pros and cons, you know, like they're good and bad, you know, in every set. It doesn't matter if it's in Thailand or in China or anywhere else. It depends on the team. It's the people, the culture. Yeah. Because like in Thailand, sometimes like, you know, okay, for example, if the producer or the director is my friend, it's a lot easier to work, you know. But if they are completely stranger, I had to like start like fresh with them. And so I think it's just about the people. But if you ask me if which place is tougher, it's absolutely China because the language.
Yeah.
Because I cannot speak or communicate with anyone. It's tough. Because in Thailand, I can talk to the actors, other actors, like friends and stuff, you know. And we hang out sometimes too. After the shoot and everything. But in China, it's just me. After the shoot, I always go back to my room, do my homework on the script, and sleep, and then wake up, shoot. And the thing about the shooting in China is that we work every day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
But it ends in like 3 to 4 months. In Thailand, it's different. We work like 3 days to 4 days a week, but it takes longer
Yeah.
to finish the shoot. You know,
You can catch some breather while doing work in Thailand, but in China, it's like everybody's rushing and like
Well, for
put in
me,
work all the time.
I kind of like the China system because I don't like taking a break. Is that weird?
Oh, okay. So and also the whole thing wouldn't last as long. And,
Exactly. So I
okay.
can have more time to go do something else.
I see.
I'm the kind of
Okay.
person that wanted to get it over with, you know,
Yeah.
like the faster, the better.
Yeah, we kind of get the theme out of you right now that too comfortable, too chill, not for you.
Not sure about the me now, but the me before, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So at that point, were you looking like 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, or how far in the future?
I have a
You see
few
your
plans. Like I have short term, mid term, and long term plans. In 1 year, what will I be? Where will I go? In 3 years, 5 years, where will I be? Where will I go? And in 10 years,
Yeah.
what are my goals? Like I set my goal like 10 years ago, not 10 years, 20 years ago. Wait, 15? When did I say that?
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, around when I was a kid. Let's say when I was a kid. I remember saying to someone that I would go to Hollywood. And at that time, I can't even speak English. Not at all. Like, my English was really, really bad. Like, I had a really bad accent. I mean, at that time, my English was like, hey, teacher, can I go to toilet na?
Yeah.
I want to go to toilet na.
Wow.
I go na. Okay. Yeah,
So
that
you
was
had-
that was
you had
me.
those days too.
I had those days. I had those days. Yeah.
Of course, your dream came true at one point. You got to go to Hollywood.
Yeah. They say
Yeah.
like follow your dreams.
Right.
That's why I go back to bed. I'm just
That's the
messing.
best place to dream anyway.
Yes, the best place to dream. I don't want to wake up. Anyways, yeah, I went to Hollywood.
So
Yeah.
how did that happen? And what did it take you to get yourself there?
Every little steps in your life will take you there. As long as you still have the same goal, same passion. I would say to myself, like, set the goal. If you can see the goal, you can make it happen. No matter how long it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever it takes. There's the goal.
So did you like the atmosphere of working on the set in Hollywood? Because we have seen a lot of behind the scenes things and it's like, ooh, this is another level.
You mean the Misfits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do love it. I mean, we were filming in Dubai. And that was the first time ever that I've been to Dubai. It was amazing. Yeah. Really relaxing.
Yeah.
And they provide us with like all the accommodations, you know, like the food and everything.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like free stuff?
They're
Right?
known for like living the best life out there.
Yeah, and the
Right.
hotel is like next to the beach. So like after work I go to the beach like every day and like sit there. The weather was really cold though, but we just sit there and we chill. Watch the sunset, you know. Every day is like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And it turned out really great too for Misfit. A lot of people
yeah.
like
Yeah.
you for playing that role.
Yeah, I thank you. I was really excited that I get to see Pierce Brosnan too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my idol.
Yeah.
007, you know.
Still
seen him.
remember the first time
The
that
first
you
time that I
get to meet him?
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course. The first day we didn't shoot. We started out with ice breaking, and we had dinner together.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dinner
everyone,
with
all the
Pierce
cast.
Brosnan. Wow.
Yeah, all the cast. We have dinner together and we talk. You know. So it was such a memorable experience.
So you've done Thailand, you've done China, you've done Hollywood, and then what? What happened? What did you choose to be your next goal?
My next goal now,
At the time, right after Hollywood.
right after Hollywood.
Yeah.
I was still in China, like doing my thing. But then Star just came across my mind again. What's next? What's next for me? And so I had come to a conclusion that I wanted to be a producer.
Really?
I wanted to produce my own series, movies, whatever, because I have always been interested in the behind the scene film industries. So ever since I was a kid, though, yeah, I started editing stuff like when I was 16, making videos at home. Started doing my own music video, even though I've never taken any film class, but that's what I like to do. I'm not a really type of sit in class kind of guy. I just wanted to go on the field, jump in the field. That's the best way to learn, Yeah.
So now you're a big picture guy because you have the vision. You're the visionary. You kind of see the whole picture now. You want to be the producer of the whole thing, not just one character in front of the camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've opened your own production company. So MDA?
Yeah, MDA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Mike Angelo, just like that.
Well, actually, there's it's a little complicated because this MDA company has always been there with me for quite a while now, like ever since I was really young. Yes, MDA came from Mike D'Angelo, but one day I decided to cut the D out.
Yeah.
Because the D came from it was a childish reason. You know One Piece?
Yeah.
One Piece, the anime? So the main character is Luffy, right?
Yeah.
What's his full name? Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy, yes.
That's where the D came from.
Okay.
That's where the Mike D'Angelo. I have never told anyone about this before because it looks stupid. But yeah, that's where the D came from. So that's why it's Mike D'Angelo.
Right.
And when I kind of grow up,
finally grew up, and then you learn that D is not that cool.
Yeah, let's take out the D. Just Mike Angelo is fine.
Right.
But I mean, still, some fans are still calling me like Mike D'Angelo. Please cut it out. Cut the D out, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But the company is still called MDA.
MDA because I tried MA and it's like
I know. Yeah, it doesn't have that ring to it.
Yeah,
MDA sounds a lot better.
Oh, that's my company, MA. I'm like, nah.
What, missing in action? No.
Yeah. It's just the feeling is off,
Yeah.
The feeling is off. And so I was like, okay, let's just stick with MDA.
Yeah.
If anyone asks me, I'm just going to be like, there's no meaning to it. It's just MDA.
Yeah.
It's just MDA, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does it feel now that you are the big boss and then you get to decide about the future of this company, and now you can do whatever you want in terms of you don't have to wait for people to come and hire you. You can just come up with your own project and see to it.
I feel like life is a chaos right now.
Yeah, of course. But
I mean, it's always a chaos when you are about to start something new in your life, especially things that you haven't done it before.
But this is how, and this is the way you liked it anyway. You wouldn't like it any other way around.
I used to like it.
Okay, you used to like it.
I used to like it.
Okay, so now you kind of wish things are calmer?
Are easier. I wish that things would be easier, but I guess it never will.
Yeah, and again, you have learned it the hard way because you get to actually do things and
I always learn things the hard way.
Actually, how it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, well, during the pilot shooting, I learned a lot of new things too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. Oh, so this is how they do it. Oh, this is the camera. Oh, this lens is for this. Oh, okay, cool.
Just like how you learn how to edit.
Yeah, just like how I learned how to edit. I just have so many questions. I think like people around me are so annoyed of me because I keep asking like, oh, can this screen like move here? Like, can you change the lightings? Yeah.
Yeah.
I annoyed a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I need to learn, you know. I mean, I'm the CEO. I'm the boss here right now. I need to know everything. But it's not like I'm gonna do everything, you know. But I just need to know, you know, just for the sake of knowing.
But I think that's what it takes to create a great work. If it has to involve in annoying some people, especially people who work for you anyway, yeah, just let them be annoyed, I would say.
Gotta live with me. Just live with it.
All right, so you decided to do the vampire series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why vampire? Is that the
Was
question?
it the only choice, the clear choice for you, or do you have to decide among other options?
The reason I chose vampire, not just because it's cool. Not
It is
just because
cool.
it's cool. It's cool,
Vampires
but
are
that's
cool.
not the reason.
Okay.
Vamp, the series, is about love. You know, it's a romantic comedy, right? When people saw the
Comedy.
pilot, they think it's like action. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, guys, it's a romantic
It's
comedy
supposed to be comedy too?
with a little action. Yeah, it's supposed to be comedy too.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to do things that people will be stressed out watching it. You know, I wanted people to enjoy, because these days life is already stressful enough for everyone. So I wanted them to enjoy first, and then maybe there might be like some stressful part later in the stories, but I cannot spoil.
Even though we saw a lot of stressful parts from the trailer.
Yeah, I only show the stressful part.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, back to the topic where I was talking about.
Yeah.
Vamp is about love, and vampires. For me, I feel like vampire represent love the best because, like, you know, have you ever been in love?
Yes.
I mean, not just any love, not just dating, not just like
real
romance,
love, the real thing.
true love. Which there's a saying that in people's life, true love only exists once. And after that, you cannot love anyone more than you love that person. So basically, this vamp is about true love. You know, when you lost your true love, the feeling of that lost, it's like you're already dead, you know, you died. Something inside you died. But you have to keep going, living your life. So basically, it's just like a vampire. They're dead, but they're still alive at the same time. So that's the feeling. That's why I chose vampire.
Wow.
There's a deep meaning to it.
I see.
Yeah. It's not just like, oh, let's do vampire, it's cool. No. Not like that. It represents something. Every characters in this story represents something. Yeah.
But did you decide on all the cast, like all the actors and actresses?
Yeah, for the cast, yes.
Yes.
I was the one making the decision.
We saw people speaking English from the trailer too, and a lot of the cast are ones who speak English.
Because Vamp is going to be bilingual. We're going to speak both Thai and English. Just like what we are doing now, right?
Like switching back and forth?
Back and forth. Because there
see.
are actually communities in Thailand where they do that too. Which I will base this on the real life, where people, like when I speak to my friends, I speak to them in English too, and sometimes I mix it with Thai. So yeah, it's going to be like that.
เพราะบางทีบางมุกต้องเล่นเป็นภาษาไทยถึงจะขำกว่า
ใช่
หรือบางเรื่อง
ใช่
ต้องอธิบายเป็นภาษาไทยถึงจะเก็ตกว่า
And some words I cannot say it in Thai. Yeah, like sometimes English, like, you know, the way they put the wordings and stuff is more suitable for the situations, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I use different tone when I speak different languages.
Yeah. You notice that too.
Somehow I kind of shift.
Right.
I don't know why, but it's just shift. I don't know.
Yeah. It happens to a lot of people. Like.
แต่ถ้าพูดภาษาไทยเนี่ยเห็นมาเสียงผมเปลี่ยนละ But if I speak in English, it's going to be like low.
Yeah.
If I speak in Chinese, it's going to be a bit
Another
different.
tone, right?
Like 我有苹果 See, it's again, I want an apple.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of right now.
เป็นประโยคphrase of the day นะครับตอนนี้ทุกคนรู้แล้วว่าจะขอแอปเปิลกินในประเทศจีนอย่างไร
Apple กินในประเทศจีนยังไง
ครับ
Even in Japanese, you know, like I think my voice in Japanese is a bit different too. はじめましてマイクです。どうぞよろしくお願いします. Or Korean like 안녕하세요. 마이크입니다. 반갑습니다. Is that different? Slightly.
Not with the tone exactly, but the vibe, like, or the persona. Sometimes that happens to people when they switch languages. The personas change, the personality change. Yeah,
Well,
it gives
true.
different vibes.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to speak a lot of languages because you've been like all over the place. You've been
All
to
over the
many
place,
countries
yes.
and you speak many languages. So you get to have fun with the switching between
Yeah, that's switching.
languages. Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to try like Korean K-drama too.
Oh, okay. Is this the message being sent to? Who knows? Maybe you have to.
Who knows?
Yeah. Because once Mike is done with this, of course, he'll find something else new to engage himself with anyway.
I
Something
always
that
do.
he can still have to learn from scratch. That's your pattern, right?
Yeah, that's my. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just realized that.
What?
I just realized it's a pattern.
Of course, it's a pattern. You kind of have to go back to square one somehow from the place where you know nothing about anything and you have to climb your way up.
Right. I always.
And then you get to the top of the mountain,
And then
watching the sunset,
I
and then
walk
you come back down. Yeah.
And I start doing something new, starting fresh again.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it has just turned into the therapy session.
Why?
For my D. Angelo.
People need therapy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a lot of I lack of self-esteem, and
Really?
I have a lot of insecurity, and I need people to reassure me all the time that I am enough. You know, it's something that I think I have to fix,
Yeah.
and I have been focusing on myself these days. Recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I have been focusing a lot on myself, and I have seen a lot of conflicts in myself. Because, you know, before I always like, you know, I worked since I was 11 years old. And so I only focus on external factors. Because one day someone asked me like, what do you like to do when you're free? I don't have an answer for it.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that, yeah, what is my happiness?
Yeah.
What do I do to be happy other than work, you know?
Is it because you have to do everything according to the schedule and you're always told what to do?
No, I think it's because of the habits, you know, of like me growing up in the industry since I was young. And it's basically like this is my surrounding. This is the environment I grew up in. And so it just kind of distort my reality of the real world. And I'm not living in the real world. And I don't know what other humans, how do they live their life, you know?
Yeah.
So now is the time that I have been like going out there and exploring the world and see how people are living their life and trying to bring myself back to reality. Because I'm stuck in the imagination world somewhere, and somehow that's what gave me all this insecurity, all this low self-esteem, you know, that I'm not enough. So yeah, this day I've been like focusing on trying to fix those problems, because you know we cannot always run away from our problem. It follows in
Good for
life.
you.
It's just like, you know, it's all about like choices.
Right.
Either you choose to stay and fight, or you run away. And I guess I thought I have been fighting, but in fact, I think I have been running away all my life.
Wow.
Yeah. And so now I see the problem now, and I have been trying to improve trying to, be happy by myself on my own and not based on external factors. Because, I just realized that I have been basing my happiness all on external factors. So now I have to get back to myself. I learn a lot. I learn a lot about myself now, and what's the problem, and what I have to do to fix it. And now I'm taking the action. I need to improve myself.
Let's play a little game. So this game is very vampire oriented.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it's called Turn or Burn. All right. So you're the vampire boss.
Turn or burn?
And turn or burn.
You mean like burning as in like fire burning?
Yes.
Why
and
would
turn
you
is
want
like
to?
turning them into your guys, turning them into your minions or your friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So these guys in real life, I'm gonna go through all the names and show you the picture, of course.
Do I know them?
I'm gonna ask you
Okay.
if you want to turn or burn each of these guys. Yes. Let's start with Becky. Okay. Turn or burn. It doesn't have to do with the real story of Vamp, but from your point of view, Mike, the vampire guy, do you want to turn or burn Becky?
Well, that's really hard.
What do you have to choose?
Sorry, Becky.
Are you saying burn?
No, I'm just joking. I'm just
Okay.
messing.
All right.
Turn.
Turn. Okay.
We need smart people on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
She could be a smart vampire,
Yes. And
like strategic vampire. เสนาธิการ vampire.
strategic. Oh, yeah, actually, yes. She can be.
Okay. All right. Jeff Setter.
Burn him.
That is too quick. That is too quick for you to answer. Burn.
He would say the same thing.
Oh,
Trust
really?
me. He would say the same
He
thing.
wouldn't want
Trust
to
me.
be a vampire. He would enjoy that
He would
life.
want to be a vampire, but
you
if,
wouldn't let
if
him.
he's sitting here and that's my picture, he would say like, burn him.
Okay.
That's Jeff. That's Jeff.
That's burn.
No, I'm
Okay.
joking. Just turn him. Turn Jeff.
Turn Jeff.
Turn Jeff. Yes.
Okay.
We need to be happy, so we need someone to sing for us. Yeah.
But you need to burn some of these people. You know that, right? We cannot have too many vampires on a team. You gotta burn some of them.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. First,
Yeah.
he's too hot. We can't burn him.
Can't?
Yeah, we can't. We can't.
This one you're gonna turn to?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what kind of vampire would first be, you think?
A cute one.
A cute vampire. We do need that.
Wait, this is not related to Vamp character, right?
No.
Because in the
It's
character,
you.
he's
It's
not.
you and your real life as a vampire.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
then he's the sweet vampire, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So we do need cute vampire on the team. What would be his
Well, he's
function?
He's fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Entertaining.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, next. Chanya. Burn or turn?
She will burn me.
She will burn you.
She'll burn me. Trust me.
I see. So even before you decide to burn or turn, she'll burn you.
She'll burn me first.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at her eyes.
Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah. She's got the look of the super, like, mean, fierce ตัวแม่ vampire.
Oh yeah,
Does she?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
ตัวแม่สุด
Okay. All right. How about this guy?
Look.
Burn or turn?
Should I burn your look? Or should I turn you?
So are you?
But I have to burn someone, right? I haven't
Yeah.
burned anyone yet. Is look the last one on the poster?
Yeah, you have to decide whether or not he would be a great member of your vampire team. Like, what would be his function? What would be the thing that he does better than other guys? And do you need that?
He's a very nice guy. I can't burn him.
Oh,
Sorry.
no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot burn Look Ishikawa.
I see. So what kind of vampire would he turn out to be then after you turn him?
You mean not in the series, right? You mean in real life?
In real life, yeah.
The kind of vampire that would probably send me memes all the time.
Wait a minute. Like meme sending vampire?
Memes sending vampires, yes.
Okay. So this is getting very niche and complicated. Okay. Meme sending vampire. Okay, I think we need that. Okay. So someone outside of your cast, but someone, of course, you know, in life.
She's so nice, I can't burn her.
Come on, you have to burn someone.
Ah, God. Why are you making me do this?
But it's up to you because you're the boss.
Optimistic vampire.
Oh, we also need that.
Yes, we also need that. We need people who are optimistic in the team.
Okay,
Yes.
I see. Of course, because they have to live like so long. If
Yeah.
you are not optimistic, you want to kill yourself. And
Oh yeah,
that's not
absolutely.
going to
If
happen.
you live that long and you're not optimistic and you're negative all the time,
I
just
know.
walked out in the sun and die.
All right. Okay, so how about Guy?
Why are you doing this to me?
Because it's fun, obviously.
Fun for you.
Yes. And fun for you too, because you get to decide.
How can I burn her?
What? So turn her again? We've got like 1,000 vampires right now. Like,
No.
how are you gonna feed them?
We only have like what, 5, 6?
Okay.
I think we have more rooms for her.
Okay. So what kind of vampire is she gonna be, you think?
She's gonna be the sexy one.
Sexy vampire. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll give you that. We do
Right,
need
right,
sexy vampires,
right?
of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, all right. It's getting like huge now. Okay. How about this guy?
Burn him!
Yes, at least we get to
Burn
burn
him to ashes.
someone.
Just burn him. Make sure he's being tortured. Make sure he suffer.
But I think he's gonna fight you. He's not gonna let you burn him that easily.
I'm taller.
Oh, you're taller. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
don't show this
that
video
does
to him.
it.
Do not show this video to him. I'm sorry, Golf.
That does it. Okay.
I love you.
How about
I really do.
okay?
Love you.
This guy's man, Jackson.
Oh my God, he's gonna burn me, man.
Okay, he's gonna burn you.
Jackson.
Can you turn him into your like on the same side as you, or this guy's better kept an enemy so we can fight and have fun fighting with each other?
Huh? Interesting.
Yeah, because you do need like worthy enemy in order for you to shine. If you don't have a good enemy, you look nothing.
Yo, Jackson, someone is asking me to burn you. I'm sorry, man.
Burn your turn.
I mean, he would make a really cool enemy, though.
Yes.
Look at his look. Look at his chest and abs and the veins on his arms and wow,
He's gonna be a hell of a sexy male vampire.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would let him bite me.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Who else? Oh,
I know. I know.
burn her.
That is unexpected.
No, I'm joking. Just
Okay.
messing.
Another turn.
Of course, she's my sister.
Yeah.
I love her. I mean,
What kind
like-
of vampire would Nene be?
Oh my-
Cake making
No.
vampire?
Oh my God, she's a little complicated. The gangster vampire.
What?
She's a gangster, man.
Really?
Yeah, she's a gangster.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Gangs. Nene would be gangster vampire.
Don't let that sweet smile get you, man.
Ooh.
She's a gangster.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, she can beat me up.
Okay. Last guy. Elon Musk. He's already one of the richest man on earth. He's already one of the most influential men
Yes,
on
we need
earth.
him. Yes, we need him.
Right.
Yes.
You don't have to think
Yes,
about
we
like
need him
the
on the
fun
team. The
no
funding,
more.
everything, the technologies.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to be the most
Yeah.
powerful vampire team
Yeah.
in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, cool. Okay, taking a look at your whole gang, I think this is you've already picked all the winners.
It's like an entourage, you know. Yeah.
And you only burn golf. So
Well, I can still keep his ashes, you know, like at home.
yeah. Yeah.
No, take him too. He's fine.
Wow.
I'm taking everyone.
Yeah. And you can turn me too. I think I would love to see how
No, burn you.
vampires.
Burn you.
Come on, let me be a part of your gang. It'll be.
What kind of vampire are you gonna be?
I could be a podcaster vampire. Okay, I know that's shit. Okay. Yeah, burn me. Because I see no use of myself either.
No, podcast vampire sounds
No,
fun.
that
No,
really.
you can do the podcast for our team YouTube and like
Yeah,
you know.
we do need like
Yeah, we
publicity,
need-
right? I can do that
yes,
for
yes,
you.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Content making vampire.
Oh yes, absolutely.
that?
We need to make contents and
Yes.
publicity too as well.
Sure. Yeah,
Why not?
get more followers.
So no burning you. Maybe just a leg.
Yeah.
Burn your leg.
I mean, not everybody that you can turn by like biting their neck, but maybe just get them as a follower. Yeah, you can turn people that way too without like all the blood.
Oh, but they're gonna die anyways.
Yes, we do have to let some people die off.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's sad.
Otherwise, you have to keep feeding all these followers
Feeding with what?
blood.
Blood.
We don't have enough blood for everybody, so yeah.
Oh, you never drink your own blood?
Wait a minute.
You never like bite your lips to get it to bleed and like
Okay,
you drink
and
your
that
blood?
would like enough to feed me and keep me going. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just one drop is enough.
Oh, really? Okay.
It tastes good, by the way.
Okay. All right.
Lovely.
Yeah, I have to listen to you because of obviously you know a lot more about vampire than I do. So yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So when are we gonna get to see the whole thing? Because you haven't started shooting at as we speak right now.
I don't know.
You don't know.
And even if I know, I wouldn't tell you.
You have to ask your team because
If I
maybe
tell
they
you,
know.
I have to kill you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a secret.
Okay. I see.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We plan to start filming like end of this year, if possible. Yes, and hopefully everyone's gonna get to see the series towards the end of 2025.
I see. Okay. So 2025.
2025.
Look forward for it.
Hopefully.
So for someone who doesn't like talking that much, I really appreciate you coming here and talk to me for an hour.
No, it's
This
all right.
is-
I needed this.
Yeah.
I needed this.
Thank you so much for coming. But before we say goodbye,
Okay.
I want to know if you have any favorite words at all. Because you speak like 3 languages at
Okay.
least fluently, I want one word for each language. Chinese, Thai and English. คำนี้ดีของไมค์
Okay, sure.
D Angelo คืออะไรครับ
Okay, let's start in Thai first.
Sure.
ดอกไม้มันไม่บอกเราหรอกว่ามันจะบานเมื่อไหร่ เราได้แค่รดน้ำและรอเวลา
Wow.
It basically means like you never know when you're going to be successful, when you're going to be happy. You just got to do you and be patient and wait for the right time. That's the Thai ones.
That's beautiful. I like
The
it.
Chinese one, let me think.
The one about apple?
Not Royal Pinguo, no.
Okay.
Not I want apple. Let me think of a good one. Okay. 好的开始是成功的一半. Basically means a good start means you already halfway to your success. Yeah. And for English, you need the rain to know that you missed the sun.
Wow.
Yeah. It's basically like it's a saying that you need to know pain before you know what happiness is. Wow. Yeah.
3 for 3. I love all of them. And they say so much about who you are. And
does.
I thank you for all these great words in 3 languages.
No, thank you. If you want more, I can say like more.
You want to say more?
No, I'm
Okay.
joking. I was going to say like, nah, let's not do that. Nah.
So I hope you had fun.
I did.
Today on Comedy now, Mike.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see you as the big boss vampire and find out what happens with all of your vampire friends.
It's going to be so dramatic.
And funny and action packed.
Well, life is funny, but in the end, it ends dramatic.
Ooh, another quote. Ooh.
Did I just spoil the... God, no.
Okay.
Cut this out.
All right. But you have to keep watching. And
Okay.
yeah, it's not that long. It's the end of 2025. And before you know it, it's the end of 2025.
Just a blink of an eye.
Okay.
You just have to blink. Boop.
Yes.
Oh, a year passed. It's just like we have only like what 4 months left for this year.
I know.
It's fast, really fast.
Yeah, it goes so fast. All right. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You can keep coming back anytime, man.
I'll come back tomorrow.
Okay. All right.